Thank you, Program Director. Ngos, wenwebune. Ngosikade ngicela ngixolisa Nkosi ukungena emva kwakho. Kuhle ngoba Nkosi siteka technology imoto yami imile Nkosi mbe batangitshela laba labathi ukuthi kwentekani ngale technology. Ayidumi wenwekunene. Your Royal Highness Nkosikade Lamathebula. Honorable ministers or representatives Etinduna Tembuso, Vice Chancellor and University leadership, distinguished guests and delegates, ladies and gentlemen, Siyanvusela Ikuseni, good morning. It is a privilege to join this distinguished gathering at a time when Eswatini is charting a new digital path, where technology, education, and innovation converge to create opportunities for every Liswati in the nation. On behalf of the Ministry of ICT Portfolio Committee in the Senate, I bring warm greetings and reaffirm our government's commitment to advancing a knowledge-based economy that is rooted in access, inclusion, and innovation. The Ministry of ICT is the implementer and custodian of the National ICT Policy and Digital Transformation Strategy. These critical documents are guiding Eswatini towards a smart, connected, and competitive nation. They have both given birth to groundbreaking initiatives such as the National Broadband Policy, the e-government strategy, and the National Digital Skills Framework. Through these initiatives, government seeks to ensure that ICT becomes a driver of equitable access to education, efficient governance, and sustainable economic growth. This year's theme of the international conference, Access, Affordability, Sustainability, Innovation, and Relevance, mirrors the ministry's vision in several ways, more like a blueprint. This year's theme is profound and practical. For us, access is about bridging the digital divide. It is not enough to have technology only in our cities. We are grateful that the ministry is supporting decentralization of services by actively expanding our rural connectivity through major fiber backbone projects and community Wi-Fi zones. This helps us to attain our goal to ensure that every learner in a school somewhere in the outskirts, Lemakaya, Ekbuluzla, Ekabomage, that they have access to a learning resources as a student. The Ministry of ICT also recognizes that access does no good if services are too expensive to use. We are grateful that the ministry is actively addressing this head-on through key partnerships with Eswatini Post and Telecommunications, MTN, and Eswatini Mobile. Together, we are working to significantly reduce data costs, specifically for educational platforms like our flagship Eswatini Learning Passport, the ELP. Ladies and gentlemen, we note that true progress must be built to last. Therefore, I am pleased to report that we received through the Royal Science and Technology Park, the Ministry is fostering a homegrown culture of innovation so that we can have our own technologies that factor in our values, our culture, and our traditions, Singemaswati. The Ministry of ICT is actively supporting local startups, businesses such as Shinafu and EduSphere that are creating energy-efficient, cloud-based learning solutions. It is evident that the Ministry of ICT is committed to nurturing a new generation of tech-savvy educators and researchers by integrating critical skills such as artificial intelligence, coding, and digital literacy directly into our tertiary education curricula. Eswatini can ensure that Eswatini have the skills they require to meet the demands of technology-intensive work environments. This is a core pillar of our smart education and research agenda of 2025 to 2030, ensuring that our education system isn't just modern, but it is truly relevant for the world of tomorrow. Esteemed participants, I am very pleased that this year's theme is a call to action, and with all these initiatives in place, I can confidently say that we are already answering the call. As a legislator, I stand before you to affirm or reaffirm that the ICT committee portfolio is committed to one of the most transformative pillars of our nation's development, ICT and education. These two sectors are no longer parallel tracks. They are deeply intertwined, and they determine how we will compete, create, and connect in the global knowledge economy in the future. In my role in the ICT Portfolio Committee, I recognize that the Ministry of IT carries an expanding mandate to digitize government services, support the education sector, and drive national innovation. Our Honorable Minister, Senator Savannah Mazia, is spearheading this initiative, and Jongoba, as the entire nation is aware of the Government in Your Hand initiative, is already at work. This mandate cannot be realized without sufficient funding, however. As a legislator, I understand we must support a progressive increase in the budget allocation to the Ministry of ICT, recognizing that digital infrastructure and skills are not expenses, but long-term investment in economic growth, efficiency, and resilience. Our investment in ICT is an investment in the minds of our young people, the future innovators, entrepreneurs, and leaders who will carry our nation into the fourth and the fifth industrial revolutions. Therefore, enhanced funding of the Ministry of ICT will empower it to equip schools and digital learning platforms and connectivity, support teachers training in emerging technologies, expand e-governance initiatives, and strengthen the cybersecurity and data protection frameworks that safeguard our digital economy. Ladies and gentlemen, as I conclude, I would like to wish you fruitful deliberations that reflect the spirit of our national vision, where technology bridges rather than widens the gap, and where innovation empowers rather than perpetuate exclusion. As chairperson of the ICT Portfolio Committee in Senate, I pledge our continued oversight and support to ensure that Eswatini's digital policies translate into sustainable socio-economic progress. Together, let us build a digitally empowered and knowledge-driven society, a society that enables innovation to flourish, where young people are creators of technology, and where our education system is empowered by access, inclusion, and excellence. I thank you. Ngos.
Thank you, Your Royal Highness. Indeed, education and technology are inseparable. You have just provided the synergy between legislative and education. We really appreciate your words, Your Royal Highness. May we give a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.